This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. Reusable test blocks means, what is the use of reusable test blocks? Means if there is some test steps are there. There is some test steps. I have a test case like 4 or 5 test steps are there. Every time you are going to open URL, every time you are going to open the URL, after that you are going to click the login. So this step I am reusing. This step is the same here, as well as the same step is here, as well as this test case also have the same step, same steps. So I don't want to write the steps again and again. Once I am going to create the steps, I am going to reuse that case. I am going to reuse that. I am going to reuse that. That is something called reusable test blocks. Reusable test blocks. We are going to create a test case, and we are going to again and again we are going to use this case. Again and again we are going to use this. Okay. So you know how to create it, right? Okay, I will create it again. I'll create it again, the reusable text blocks. In the reusable text blocks, we are going to use something called business parameters. Business parameters, I'll teach you this, what exactly it is. So, first, what we are going to do it means, we'll see something like reusable text blocks. Text blocks. We are going to create some reusable text block. Maybe for reusing purpose, okay, if the same steps are repeatedly in the scenario, we are going to reuse that. Okay. Now see here. If you want to create a reusable text block, you need to create a library, then you are going to reuse that. Okay. Then after that, you are going to create a reusable text block inside the library folder. Okay. Only one time for each folder, we can able to create a library. These things you know that. So I'll go here. We'll go to the Tosca command. Okay. First, I am going to create one folder. I am going to create a folder. Okay. I'll mention as reusable text block. Reusable text block. Okay. So inside this reusable text block, first what I'm going to do is I'm going to create some test cases, guys. I'm going to create some test cases. What test case I'm going to take it? I'll take the login test case. I have a basic test case. I'm going to take this. I have a basic test case. You know this. What is the basic test case? I'm copying the basic test case. I'm going to copy this test case. I'm going to paste it in reusable test block. Sorry, just a moment, please. I need to paste it. I don't want to run it. Okay, I have done pasted. Now see here, I have a reusable test block. Now I can see this. I have a basic test case one. Here it is going to open the URL. It is going to click on the login link. You can able to see here, guys. Click on login. Then I am going to enter the username and password. Okay, some parameter I have entered. Okay, if you want, I will remove the parameters also. Then I am going to log out. Okay. Here, what I am going to do here means login. I am going to enter my data. I don't want parameters, no configuration parameters. Just a moment, guys. Okay, I have entered. So I'm going to enter some password here. This is a basic thing, what we are doing from starting. So I will execute this test case once case. I'll check it whether it's executing or not. That's all. I'm executing this test case. Okay, done with this. Now, first I'm going to create some reusable test block, guys. I'm going to create some reusable test block. Same test case, see here guys, same test case. I'm going to copy and paste for the other 2 times. Okay. Now, see here guys. So these are the test cases. First test case is for the login. If you want, you can keep the second test case for the user registration also. We can keep it as second test case. If you want, we can keep it for the user registration also. A third test case, if you want, we can add it for add to cart also. Different test case also we can keep it. But I have kept the same test cases here. Why I'm keeping the same test cases means we are going to use this for business parameters. Again, I'm saying guys, when you are creating the reusable test block, I have an application here, demo web shop. This application, okay. This application, what I can do it with this demo web shop. So one test case I can write for login this. Login. One test case I can do for register. Register I can do it. One test case after logging in or something, it has to add the item to the cart. Or that is one thing. Or one thing you can do it case. One test case it has to click on register and close the browser. Second test case login and it has to close the browser. Third one shopping cart and close the browser. We'll do like this case. See how I do. I want 3 test cases case. Test case 1. What it has to do means it has to open browser. It has to open the browser. After opening the browser, it has to click on login. One test case. Just a simplified case. Test case 2. And finally it has to close the browser. So open URL and everything. Second one. Again the application. It has to open browser. Again it has to click on register. Just I'm checking only the links in the application case. I'm checking only the links are working fine or not. Finally I'm going to close the browser. Test case 3. Test case 3. Again I'm going to open the browser. I'm going to click on shopping cart. Click on shopping cart. Again I am going to close the browser. Okay, these are the 3 things guys. So these are the 3 things. Okay, so always every time it is opening the browser and entering the URL, I am going to create a reusable test block. I am going to use reusable test block. I am going to use the reusable test block. Okay, for open browser. Open browser and enter URL. You need to enter the URL and enter URL. This is one thing I have to do. This is for the reusable test block. Okay, just understand what I'm saying. Then after this, what we need to do it is again I am going to create a reusable test block with business parameters using, or like I can say using business parameters. Business parameters. First I'll explain here, then we'll see practically we are going to do it. This business parameters. Okay. Now, what is a business parameter means? Suppose, think like this. We are going to create some reusable test blocks in a test case section. We are going to create it. But here, if you want to change the value dynamically in the test cases, we are going to use the business parameters case. You can say this. If you want to change values dynamically, if you want to change the values dynamically, okay, in test cases, I can say in test cases, we can use business parameters. We can use business parameters. So what exactly means? There we are going to create some reusable test block. In the reusable test block, we are going to enter some username and password. We don't want to enter same username and password. We need to use the different usernames and different passwords. So at the time, we can use something called business parameters. So suppose when you want to log in, we need to log in with the different usernames, different passwords. This is also one of the example of a business parameters. Business parameters case. Okay. Now, and one more thing it is there. If we are going to change, the value in business parameter, value in business parameters, okay, automatically changes will happen in the test cases also. Parameters automatically, values will changes. The values, what are the values we have given? Values will change. Values will change in test cases also. In test cases also. In test cases also. Okay. Now we'll see this, how it is going to work. Now we'll see how it is going to work. Okay. Now see here. Now see here. So here what I am going to do, it means, see, first scenario I told how we are going to create the reusable test blocks. Second scenario, TC1, test case 1. I am going to open browser. After this, I am going to click on login. After this, I need to enter the login credentials. It will go to the login page. Login credentials, I am going to enter login credentials. After entering the login credentials, it is going to log in. Then I am going to do something like logout. After logout, I need to close the browser. I need to do 3 times. I need to do 3 times for the 3 test cases. Test case 1, test case 2, test case 3. Three times I need to do it. Okay. Now see here this. When you are going to do 3 times, so I need to create a reusable test block. I need to create a reusable test block. Okay. So when I am going to create a reusable test block, okay, you know that how you are going to create the reusable test block, guys. What is the first thing you need to do it?
Have to create a library, sir.
Okay, we need to create a library. Okay. So after creating the library, what do you need to do?
Right click and click on the reusable test blocks and add a name.
Okay. We are going to create a library. In the library, what we are going to do it, guys? I am going to keep 3 steps here, guys. See, I am going to create a library first. After creating the library, I am going to create reusable text block. After creating the reusable text block, I am going to add the test steps. Correct till here, guys? What you are going to do? Yes,
Yes,
no?
sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Now see here, guys. In this library, we have a reusable text block, and we are going to add the test steps. Okay, done with this. Now I am going to create some reusable, right? Reusable text block. Text block. In the reusable text block, I am going to keep 3 steps here, guys. I am going to keep open browser. I am going to keep the open browser, first step. Then after this, I am going to keep it something like click on login. Second step, and I need to enter the login credentials, guys. Login credentials. So these 3 steps I am going to enter this. These 3 steps I am going to make it. I am going to make it as 3 steps. Okay. Now in the reusable text block, what I told, we are going to use some business parameters. We are going to use some business parameters. We are going to use some business parameters in the reusable text block. Okay. You know what is a business parameter? So if you want to change the values dynamically in a test case, we are going to use the business parameters. We are going to use business parameters. Think like this, there is a login. Every time when it is going to login, I need to execute with multiple different sets of login. Multiple different sets of login. Okay. With different user ID and different passwords we need to use. Okay. Now, whenever you are going to create some business parameters, means first time it has to log in with murthy.c@cognizant.com. First time. Second time it has to log in. Again, I'm going to enter the password also. Second time it has to log in with murthy.c@outlook.com. Okay. Third time it has to execute again like murthy.c. I will get cognizant again. So it is going to execute different sets of data. It is going to execute with different sets of data. I'm going to give the password also for this. It's a common password for everything. With these sets of data, it has to execute. Getting this what I'm saying? Till here clear? What exactly we are going to do it?
Sir.
Okay. Now I will go here. Now I told you already. First, I'll go with the first scenario. What is the first scenario? This one. 2 scenarios we are going to do it. First one is reusable text block. Okay. Reusable text block. How to create the reusable text block? I will take the login, register, and shopping cart. Login, register, and shopping cart. Now I'll go here. I'll go to the modules. I'll create one module. This. Just example for this reusable text block. So I need only 3 things in this page. I need login, register, and shopping cart because it has to click on it. So I'll go here. I'm going to right click on this. I'm going to scan the application. I'm going to scan the application. So I'll go here. I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to select register. I'm going to select login. I'm going to select shopping cart. So finally, you know that I'm going to stop this. I am going to save this. I am going to close this. Okay. So finally, we'll see here the reusable properties, like what are the mod in the module, all the register is there, login is there, as well as shopping cart is there. Okay. Okay. Now see here, guys. I am going to take this model. I am going to create a test case. I am going to create a test case. Okay. I am going to right click on the test case. I am going to right click on the test case. Sorry, first I am going to create a folder. Okay. Now here I am going to create a folder. So I can give the name like reusable test block. Test block one. I am going to give it case. See here, reusable test block one. Only this is a reusable test block. So in this, I am going to create a test case. I am going to create a test case. I'll give the name as TC1 or test block. Okay, I will give only TC1. Test case 1. Okay. Now I need 3 test cases here. You know this, what you have mentioned here. I need 3 test cases here. First one is, it has to open the browser, it has to click on login, it has to close the browser. So we'll see this. So you know this, I'm going to drag this and drop it here. Okay. Now I'll right click on this. I'm going to search an add step. Okay. So URL, it has to enter the URL. Okay. So I need to give the URL. Directly it is taking the URL, already it is there, so it is taking. So if you want, we can keep the same URL, or I can give that's a configuration parameter URL, or I can give the direct URL. I will copy the URL from here, guys. Or okay, I'll take this URL on. Okay, done with this URL. So after this, it has to use the browser. You know this, which browser it has to use, everything you know this. Which browser it has to use everything. We don't want this one, guys. It is taking directly the reference. Just I'm deleting this. Just a moment, please. Okay. We'll take open URL. This open URL. Open URL. I'm going to enter the URL. Okay, done with this. So this step will be the starting. So you know all this one. Open URL, everything, right? Okay, open URL. Now I want to open this test case. You know this. I want to open this test case in Chrome browser. Click on this. So there is a parameter. It is showing it's Chrome. Already we have given. Okay, like browser Chrome I have given. Already have given the parameters. Now I'll try to execute this. Open URL demo login, and in the login also it has to click on first one register, guys. Only register I'm going to give the click here. It has to click on register. It has to click on register. I'm going to execute this test case. Running scratch book. We'll see this first. Okay, done with this. Okay, this test case till here clear, guys. You are understanding what exactly we are doing? Guys, are you there or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Till here clear. Now, I am going to copy these test cases. I need the same test case again and again for 2 times. 2, 3 times. Okay. You know this. First one, what it has to do? First test case. First test case, it has to click on register. Second test case, it has to click on login. So I'll go here. In the place of login, in the place of login, this is URL. In the place of login, I am going to make it as click. In the second test case, I will remove this register. I don't want to click on register. Login. In the place of login, it has to click. Okay. And I need test case 3 to click on the shopping cart. To click on the shopping cart. Click on this. Okay. So first test case will click on the, see here, I'm going to click on this. You can able to see first test case, it is going to click on register. Second test case, it is going to click on login. Third test case, it has to click on the shopping cart. Okay. I need to add one more thing here, guys. For the test cases, I need to add one more thing. I need to close the browser also. I need to close the browser also. So I'll go here, right click, search and add step. Okay. I need to close browser. Okay. So it is going to ask for the value. We are going to give this. If anything is going to change here also, anything is going to change here. So I can give directly demo. It is asking title demo star. Whatever the browser starts with the demo, it will close it, guys. It will close it. It will close it. So I'm going to copy this title. See here, just I'm copying this title. I'm going to paste this in every test case. Every test case I can able to paste it. So not getting pasted. So I can add a step here also. So close browser. So it is asking title. I'll give something like demo star. Demo star. I'm going to give it this. Okay. Again, test case 3. I'll go here. I'll go search and add step. Okay. Close browser. I'm going to click on demo. Demo star. Demo star. Okay. So now 3 test cases are ready, guys. 3 test cases are ready. So I want to execute these test cases. I want to execute these test cases. Reusable test block. So I need to create a library now. I need to create a library. In the library, see here, in the library, I'm going to keep it open browser in the library. The first step, remaining everything is same. Okay. I'll go here. See here, guys. I'll go here. I'm going to right click on this. I need to create a library. So select this one. It's a library. Library. I'm going to click on this, guys. Okay. Library is created. I'll keep the same name library. Okay. After creating the library, you need to create something called reusable test block. Reusable test block. Right click on the library. So you can see a symbol here. This is something called reusable test step block. Reusable test step block. Click on this. Okay. So you can give any name if you want. Okay. Okay. We can give something like it is going to open URL. It is opening the URL only for us. Open URL kind of thing. I have given the name. Okay. In the open URL, okay, In the open URL, okay, what I am going to do, it means I am going to keep this one step from this, one step, which is means open URL is a step. Open URL is a step. So I am going to keep on this. Getting guess what I am saying? I am going to drag this. I am going to keep on this. Okay. Now see here, it is not there. For every test case, I don't want the open URL. I am going to remove this. Why means I am going to make it as a reusable text block. Test case 2 I have deleted. I'll go to the test case 3. I am going to delete this. Now you can see this. I have a test case 1, test case 2, test case 3. I have 3 test cases. And I have a reusable text block called open URL. Okay. Okay. In the library. Normally library we are going to keep in the top place. I will keep it here. So I have a library. Then I have a test case 1 with login. That is, it has to click on register. I don't have any open URL. I don't have any open URL step here. Okay. Now what I am going to do, it means whenever I want, whenever for which test case I want, I am going to drag and drop this on this. I need to drag and drop this library, whatever it is there, you need to drag and drop. See, here I kept only one step. Some test cases we have 100 steps also. Maybe some 10 or 15 steps also we have in the test case. Every time you don't want to type it again and again. So once you are going to create a library, you are going to create a reusable text block and you are going to keep everything in the block. Now see here, I am going to drag this. I am going to leave it in the test case 1. So it is going to create like this reference. It is going to create like this reference case. Okay. Normally we'll keep this. Whenever the step, where step you require, in that step you are going to keep. In which position you require the step, you are going to keep like this. Same thing. I am going to drag and drop. I am going to drag and drop this one in the second test case. Second test case. Okay. So in which position you want this? In which position you want? You need to drag and drop it. Which position you want? Okay. Done with the second test case. Then I will go to the test case number 3. I am going to drag and drop this. Open URL. I am going to drag and drop test case number 3. So I need to give it which position you want. Okay, done with this. Now I am going to execute this one, guys. I am going to execute this one. Okay, this one, entire folder I can able to run it. Okay, we'll see the results once. Scratch. It has been executed, and somewhere it is gone failed case. We need to check it why it is failed here. So there is a login. The browser is not ready after. Refer for the settings. We have given some 10 seconds to wait somewhere. So second one, it has been failed. Just we'll check it once. a reusable text block. So the browser, this is the browser. Okay. It has to click on login. So we'll try to execute once. We'll see this, what exactly the error is. I'm executing again. It has to click on register for the first time. Okay. Then it has closed. Okay. Next again it is opening. It has to click on login now. Again it is clicking on register. So that is the error here. We can see the second test case. Thank you. Now, if you don't want this step, register and shopping cart here, you can able to disable the step also. You can able to disable the step also. Because it is clicking on the register, I want it to click on the login base. I'll go here. I'm going to right click on the register. There is something like disable. Now see here, it's disabled. So this step will not execute. String also will get disabled. I don't want the shopping cart. I'll go to the right click here. Okay. If after entering the data or something, okay. Now it is like if I enter some data, after that, if you don't want to execute, you can able to disable the step here. You can able to disable the step. I'll go to the test case 3 also. Test case 3 in the demo login. I don't want this first step. I am going to disable. I don't want the second step login also in this test case. Okay. So if you want, you can able to disable also. If there is any data here, click or something. See here. I have some step click also here, but I don't want to use it. You can right click here. You are going to disable this step. See here, it's a disable. So disable steps will not execute at the time of execution. Disable steps will not execute at the time of execution. See here, disable means we can see the data type. It's like it is going to hide it. It's disabled. Now I am going to execute this. Now I am going to execute and see this case once again. What will happen? First I'll execute only the second test case. Then I will go for the remaining test case. Right click. I am going to run in Scratch. It's executed. So I'll execute all the test cases, please. I'll try to execute all the test cases. So this is the first test case. It has to go to the login second one. Done. And third test case, it has to go to the shopping cart case. So you can able to see it, right? All the test cases have been passed. Getting is what I'm saying. So if you don't want to execute some steps in the test case, you can able to make it disable. You can able to make the test case or the test steps disabled. Getting or not, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see here. I'm going to, so same test case. Previously, I have one more test case here. I have created the second one is. We have something called reusable text blocks we have created. Okay. Now, what we are going to do, it means we are going to use the business parameters in the reusable text blocks. Business parameters. Business parameters. So here, what I'm going to do, it means here, I need to pass some business parameters, okay, to the test cases. That is like multiple sets of data I'm going to do it. Multiple sets of data I'm going to do it. Now see here. I have three test cases, TC1, TC2, TC3. I need to open the browser, log in all these things. In this, I'm going to create a library. I'm going to create a reusable test block. I'm going to add some steps. What are the steps I'm going to add it? These three steps, guys. Open browser, login, and login credentials. Okay. I'm going to make this as a reusable text block. Till now, we'll see up to here. Then we can add the business parameters. Okay. We'll go here. I need you people to say this. See here, I have, this is the test case. I have the steps in the test case. How I need to create a business, like how I need to create the reusable text blocks this. How I need to create it. For this, I need to create a reusable text block. How I need to create? Right click. I need to create a library first. The same name I am going to keep it. In the library, I need to create a reusable text block. Okay. So this block will be till login. Till login, we are going to keep it. Till login, we are going to keep this reusable text block. Okay. Now see here, what are the steps I need to add it here? I am going to take it as open URL. Then I am going to click on login. This is the login button. Click on login. Okay. Next, I need to enter the username and password. I am going to take this step also. 3 steps I am going to keep on this. So I have created a library. In that I have created a reusable text block. Okay. I have created a reusable library. In that I have created a reusable text block. All the 3 things I have given. Open URL. Okay. URL also I am going to pass it this. I don't want to use that. Or if you want, you can use the configuration parameter also. I don't have any issues. I am going to pass the URL. So this is the URL. So URL I have entered. Then it has to click on login. It has another username and password. Okay. This is one thing library I have created. In the other 2 test cases also, I am going to delete the first 3 steps. This step I am going to delete it because we are going to reuse this. Second step I am going to delete it. We are going to reuse this. And third one, entering the credentials also I am going to delete it because we are going to reuse this. So test case 1, basic test case. In this I have only one. That is I am going to log out after entering the data. Only one step. Test case 2 also just I am going to keep only the log out. Okay. And test case 3. I have a test case 3. Here also I am going to delete these steps. Till login I have done it. So till login I am using. Remaining steps you can use any other thing also you can use this. I have all the 3 test cases. Okay. Now I need to create a business parameter. Okay. I need to create a business parameter. Now see here. I'll go to the reusable text block. Okay, in the library. Okay. Normally I will keep the library on the top. I will keep this library on the top. Okay. So library, all the test cases. I'll right click on the library. Okay. See here, this is a reusable text block, I am going to right click on this. So there is something like parameters P symbol. Okay, click on the parameters. You'll get something like business parameters. Again, I am going to repeat it, guys. I need to go to the reusable text block. I need to right click on the reusable text block. I need to click on the parameters. Only one time you can able to click. Now I am not getting the P here. See here, I'm going to click on this. There is P symbol will be there. If you want, I can delete it this once. Again, I will show it, guys. See here, I'll go to the library. In the library, I have a reusable text block. On this, I am going to right click. Right click, I am going to click on the business parameters. Okay, it is good. Now it is going to create one business parameter here. Okay, now I need to go to the business parameter. I need to right click on the business parameter. I need to right click on the business parameter. I need to click on this parameter. Okay, first parameter I am going to create as email. Okay, I am going to create one more parameter here. I am going to right click. I am going to create one more parameter, that is something like password. Till here clear, guys? So I have created one business parameter. Okay, in that business parameter, I have created some email parameter and password. Email and password. Guys, clear, guys? Still here? Yes, no? Guys, you people can able to hear me or not?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Okay, great. At least somebody has to talk. Otherwise, I cannot able to write. Because see here,
Okay.
what I have done, guys, I have created some reusable text block. In that, I have created a business parameter. In the business parameter, I have created email and password. Okay, done. Now, click on the reusable text block. I'm going to click on this, guys. Okay. Whenever I'm going to click on the reusable text block, you can able to see some username, some password will be there. Some username, some password will be there. First, I need to remove this username and password. I'm removing this username and password. Delete. I'm going to remove this password. Delete. Now see here, nothing is there. Now I need to drag and drop this from this. See here, already I have created some business parameters here. I need to drag and drop to the email and password. See here, guys, what I'm doing. I'm dragging this email and I'm going to keep here. So whatever I'm entering the business parameter, it has to come here. So it is the like PL, you are going to get it, and at the rate of email, you are going to get it. Okay. Now see here, it's a business parameter. Now I'm going to click on password. I'm going to drag the password. I'm going to keep it here. Okay. So till here clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Clear.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Now see once also. Again see once, guys. So till now what we have done means we have taken this business parameters, email and password, we have dragged and we have kept it here. Okay. Next again we need to drag and drop this. What exactly we are going to do it means we have a login here. Okay. Here I am going to drag this and I am going to keep it here. Drag and drop here. Okay. Now see here, for the drag and drop, okay, see here. So I have drag and drop here. So you will get the reference case. You can get the reference. This reference. I'm going to drag it down. Just a moment. So login basic test case. For the basic test case, so this is the library. In this library, I have entered this value, email and password. Now for the basic test case one, what I have done it, just see here guys. In here you know that what we have done it. Then I am going to drag this one. I am going to keep it as a reference. It will come as a reference. Okay. This step, it will come as a reference. Okay. Reference, then we have this. Okay. Now you can see the business parameters here, guys. You can see the business parameters here. Here you can give whatever the value you want, we can able to give it. For every test case separately, we can able to give the values. For every test case separately, we are going to give the value. Again, I will delete this. I will say show that what we have done it if you want. See here. Till here, we have all the three test cases. We have all the three test cases. We have. Okay. I have created a library. Okay. In the library, I have created a reusable test block. Test block I have created. In the test block, I have created something called business parameters. Okay. What are the business parameters? Email and password. The business parameters are email and password, what I have created. After creating the business parameter, I am going to click on the library. So here in the library, previously I have entered my email ID and password here. Email ID and password. So I don't want the same email ID for all the three test cases. For the three test cases, I don't want same email ID and password. So what I have done it, already I have created the business parameters. I am going to drag these business parameters to this email and this password. Till here clear, guys? Guys,
Yes, sir.
you are understanding or not?
Yes, sir.
It's very important. Okay. Now see here. For every test case, okay, I am done with this. Now, for every test case, you need this one to use. Which one? This login to use for every test case. So I'm going to drag the login for the first test case. This is a reusable test block. Okay, I'm going to keep it in the top because first it has to execute. So this one means it is going to enter. It is going to, you know this, it is going to log in and it is going to enter the data. Okay, it is going to log in. It is going to enter the data. Okay. Now for this is a login reference. Login reference. So you can able to see the login here. So open URL, all the things are there. Okay. Now I am going to click here. It will show the email ID and password. So here you can give whatever the email ID you want. You can able to give it here. Here I can give any email ID. It will take this email ID only. And I am going to enter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the password. 6. Okay, I will go to the second test case. First test case, it has to execute with this. First test case, login reference, it has to execute with this. I will go to the second test case. Same again, I am going to drag this. I am going to drop it in the second test case. So this has to be first step. I need to give the email here. I will give the different email ID. See at outlook.com. So I am going to give the password here. Okay, done with this. I'll go to the test case 3. Same, I am going to drag this. I am going to keep it here. Okay. So I am going to give the email. I'll mention the cognizant events. And I can mention I'm going to give some password. So 3 times it has to execute with some different types of data. Okay. I'm going to execute this. I am going to execute this reusable text block with business parameters. This is. It is going to log in with this name and it has to log out. So again, it has to enter other name here. See here, Outlook, and it has to enter the cognizant. It has to enter cognizant 3 times. It is processing the result. Maybe there is something has been failed. We'll see what exactly has been failed. Could not find the logout with the following properties. Okay, it could not find the logout. We'll go here. Login. Okay, logout. Okay, I'll change the properties, please. I'll change the properties. Okay, guys. So for this test case, for this property, something is right problem with the property. We'll see this. We have something like jump to the module. It will go to the module. So this is the logout. This is the logout property in this. We have taken the logout property in this. Click on this. In the text, if you want, again you can rescan this case. You can rescan this and you can able to add the property. You can able to rescan this. You can able to add the property. I'll go here. Rescan. You need to rescan that module, guys. Okay, I'm going to scan this. Why means previously we have 2 pages demo web shop, so it's showing like this. Previously you have 2 times I have opened the demo web shop, so it is showing like this. Again I am going to rescan this case. I don't want to do any changes. Again I am going to scan the same model. I'll go here. I am going to scan the same model. Rescan. I am going to rescan this. now see here, it will not show. Previously it is showing it's a duplicate, so it's not unique. It's not unique means because two browsers has been opened. Now I'm going to see here, we need to click on this identify button. Anything you can do it. So I'm going to click on this property. So logout is the property, we need to take it. So it is saying already logout is there. So I'll take some other property also, wish list or some any other property, just I'm adding. So it's showing logout also. Okay, I'm going to stop this. For the logout, I'm going to click on the logout. I'll see what are the properties which have been taken. So I'll mention something like visible inner text. So you can select some properties also. Visible inner text. Outer text also I'm going to select it. href. So these are the properties. If you want, you can. There is no ID. The class name is logout. So you can add some properties also. Sometimes when it is not able to do it. Then again, okay, I'm going to save this. Just I have added one or two properties. I'll check it whether it can able to do it or not. Close it. I'm going to execute this again. So just I have added only in the modules. The same test case I am going to execute this. So we are going to use the business parameters here because we can able to change the values dynamically here. If you want to change the values dynamically, you can use the business parameters. Now it is going to log in. It has to log in with a different username and different password. So it has to log out. It has to log in. Okay, and one more thing it is there. What exactly happened now? We did not close the browser, I think so. We are not closing the browser space. We are not closing the browser. So we are going to close the browser now, it will work this. We need to close the browser also because it is opening the browser multiple times. So go here, add one more step. See here, there is a step here. See here, guys. This is the other 5 minutes case. I will leave you people. So basic test case is there, but there is a logout. I am not closing any browser here. I am not closing any browser. So I will add one more step here. Close browser. What is there? Search and add. Close browser. Okay. Demo star. We can keep it. Demo star. It is going to click. It is going to close it. It is going to close the browser. For every test case, I need to add this. I am going to close the browser first. Close browser. Demo start. Again the last one. For the last test case, I am going to add it. For the last test case, I am going to add it. I need to close the browser. Close browser. I'll give something like demo start. So title will be some whatever the after the demo, whatever it is there, close that browser for all the test cases. So I am going to execute this. Right click, run in a scratch. Guys, my voice is clear, right? We are getting any disturbance or something, guys? Any break in the voices?
No, sir, your voice is clear.
Okay. So first has been done. Second one, it has been logged in, log out, and third one. This is something called a reusable text block with business parameters. So maybe again there is something like fail. Final one, you need to see this why it is failed. Close browser. The browser has been closed. Till here done. Next one, no matching tab. Correspond with the following properties. Title equal to demo webshop. Title equal to demo webshop. There is no matching tab correspond. Okay, I'm going to stop recording, guys.